Hi everyone. In today's video, we're going to learn how to make a simple DCF model to find the net present value of a project. Today's video is a hint or guide about how to set up your Excel document. If you already have this done, you do not need to watch this video. On the left-hand side here, we can see where input is required. This is quite handy for if you haven't visited your Excel spreadsheet for a while and you need a quick refresher. The first item that we need to know in order to set up our project is the required rate of return. For this project, we're going to put a nominal 10%. You'll see that it automatically has the percentage sign for me, so I no longer need to convert values into percentages. A note on the right-hand side here is that riskier projects tend to have a higher rate of return to compensate for the risk factor within the project. Then we're going to move down to the year or N. This is also an input required. For the purposes of this project, I have estimated that we have 5 years for our project. The question or prompt on the right-hand side is how many years will the project run for? We then move down to cash outflow, and this is the value highlighted in red, which is the initial cash outflow. For the purposes of this example, we're going to say $100,000. And then obviously that needs to be a negative because we are giving away $100,000. If at any point along the 5-year project, we have to say top up materials or pay an additional fee, we would need to then add that in as well. If there are no other costs to be paid apart from at year 0, we do not need to bother about that line. For more complicated assignment questions, you will have multiple inputs. We then move down to cash inflow, and the prompt here is how much am I making from the project? And I am just making up these values at the moment. Obviously, you would grab these from your assignment question or project. Now, as you can see, the rest of the spreadsheet has automatically populated for me. All I needed to do was grab these 4 variables from the assignment question, and I can automatically tell you the net cash flow, discounted cash flow, and net present value. This is obviously a huge time saver during an exam or during an assignment. To break it down for those of you who would like a little bit more of an example of how I set this up, the net cash flow is the sum of outflow and inflow, and you can drag this equation across for as many years as your project runs for. The discounted cash flow, we use the formula for this, and down here I have all of the formulas that I have used for easy access if I need to refer to them again. Again, we need to make sure that this is an absolute reference, which is where we use these dollar signs. And then I simply dragged this formula across and it picks it up for each and every cell. Again, automatically calculates. Then I have net present value using the sum factor, which we've discussed in a previous video, and using the Excel NPV factor. Again, we have a check here. Do these 2 values match? If at any stage these 2 values are not the same, you need to review your equations and make sure that all of your inputs are correct. I hope this has been helpful. If you would like any more hints or tips on how to set up your spreadsheets, please let me know.